you see you reckon with government very well from a commercial wọ́n really reckon pẹ̀lú commerce like that so irú ọmọ yẹn sì náà fẹ́ ṣe subject combination tó wá lọ mú commerce fún iṣẹ́ tí ẹ pé school tó fẹ́ mú kẹ́dẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ ó require government. These are things that they need to just look at the admission processing or what is going on in the country. You are just changing subject for their students. Thank God NECO has not done anything like that. NECO still retain gbogbo ọmọ ṣe máa mú subject tó bá ọmọ ṣe ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ because if care is not taken a máa affect àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Now federal government náà lọ́sẹ̀ táwọn yìí náà àwọn náà tún gbé jáde pé ọmọ art gbọdọ̀ ṣe mathematics go wà compulsory mọ́. This effective just like that. Who are those that are seated together with them with the federal government committee on that issue? We ask students, and the reason they gave in that information, that announcement to was that so as to accommodate for more students in the tertiary institution. They want to expand the number of quotas to anywhere giga. Why would that be a reason for telling the art students mathematics? After all, mathematics is compulsory. So let us rush down to arts. You need to have a passion is just to be a science student. But both in weakness in mathematics there. To go to further more okay in this higher level, let me push him more. I will pray you go like art pursuing there. And what are we? There's like a desical attitude. Mathematics is not really useful. Now, teacher taking such a class will now become useless in their presence because we want to take a class as serious. Institution. They need it. I believe stakeholders need to come up. But one problem that in Nigeria, the federal government, but nobody is saying anything, is that encourage you. Mathematics, you need to know it. Either the government is saying it is important or not important. If it is to get a math teacher for your child, please do. It helps and it's going to help the child later in the future.
Tagbọ́ta ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kì ní tiẹ̀ máa ń yà mí lẹ́nu jù. Irú káti ẹ̀ ní Ọ̀bán gan, how many Ọ̀bán center schools tó wà ń bẹ mélòó ló ní CBT tó lè jáàmù ọjọ́ kan náà dẹ̀ fi ṣe subject mẹ́rin
under 2 hours. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti parí. For this time around, àwọn ọmọ máa ṣe practical. So what is the place of practical? Practical where you are saying you are going CBT, what are the arrangements you are making
for the practical? So did you see it that they are doing CBT? Are they not doing practical?
They are actually doing what they call not full practical. They are doing the alternative practical. And the alternative is that with this CBT they are bringing in, the questions or diagram will just display on the screen, and the students will be given, because this CBT we are saying, we should let people know that it is not a full CBT approach. It is an hybrid CBT. Hybrid in the sense that theory questions here, question come and display low screen for more, but answer booklets ma wa lọ́wọ́ more to come and fun low sit here. One ma wo question here low screen. Adema answer sínú paper.
Wọ́n gba script.
Wọ́n gba script. Objective nìkan ló ń go fully CBT. Ẹ̀dẹ̀mọ̀ yẹn náà tẹ́lẹ̀ option ni.
Ṣé CBT wa?
So ọmọ ò lè máa type what is photosynthesis. Wọ́n máa ní own type. Ṣé ọmọ tó máa wá P fún odidi 5 minutes ìdí oní pí wà lórí keyboard àbí ní over age so it is still an hybrid process.
tó bá dẹ́ pé wọ́n àwọn practical bíi physics practical tó mọ́ nídìí ruler láti measure.
In that aspect I believe àwọn náà máa ensure pé.
àwọn tó ti ń ṣe GC tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn ṣe ṣe.
They are just doing alternative practical in such a way that wọ́n ní di gbogbo.
ṣé wọ́n ti fún wọn ní readings yẹn ni.
wọ́n ti fún wọn
ní plot graph.
wọ́n fún wọn ní nǹkan tó máa plot everything are displayed lórí screen. Their own is the question has been displayed for you, then graph and every other thing will be given to them as paper. So tí wọ́n ní kọ́ máa plot ẹ̀ wọ́n á fi ruler wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀ máa plot ẹ̀ sínú paper.
kò sí so ẹ mọ̀ pé in physics wọ́n á fẹ́ mẹ́yọ̀ bóyá wọ́n fún wọn ní mechanics.
àwọn question irú tó bá ní require bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa yọ kúrò. bóyá ọkọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn
chemistry
it won't require so much practical.
chemistry wọ́n á ti ṣe titration tán.
ara wọn disadvantage CBT nìyẹn because pariwo is good but their major aim is that it's curbing examination malpractices.
How?
Fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's going to curb because number one kò ní sí pé teachers are going to be fully with those students. Cameras are there.
Yeah.
So we don't even need any person to be there.
Put cameras in our classroom and start our paper since you know that it's camera that you want.
Is it a classroom that does not have electricity pass into the school?
How would they not get a CBT that has camera?
They will definitely partner with Charm CBT Center, and that is what WAEC is saying they are doing. Even with this GCE tí wọ́n ṣe lọ́dún yìí láti register centers across the nation. And at the more irú problem tí wọ́n encounter nígbà tó wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe exam, that's for JAMB subject mẹ́rin. How much more you are now going for 8-9 subjects with some alternative practicals you are bringing into the system. Duration of time tẹ́fẹ́ lò fáwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n á ṣe theory wọ́n á ṣe practical and wọ́n á ṣe objective within that same time you are given with them. How many hours do you want to allocate? I believe those in the test and measurement evaluation departments in WAEC, they should carefully look at all those things very well because so bá ti lè jáde life on air tí issue bá ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ you affect the result àwọn ọmọ. And the only thing we just to do is to come on air and be crying kamasha crocodile tears. We are sorry it is this and this and that. At the end of the day reverse whatever result we have released out ọmọ olúmọ padà gbé blame pé òun gba F9 àbí E8. At the end of the day ọmọ padà ń pokùn so bí ọmọ tó ṣe ṣe for the past 2-3 years ẹ try to introduce system tó jẹ́ pé it is not the student fault, it is your own fault. Coming with technical glitches errors. So irú àwọn nǹkan báyìí ni they should clearly look into it because we are fine, we've agreed that it has come to stay, but let us take it gradually.
Which one do you think is preferable?
Both of them has their own advantage and disadvantage, but my own is that if we can get our technology drive very well, we want us to go for CBT when it comes to objective, and when it comes to theory and practical, let us still leave it with paper and pen fully. So that the system will take over the aspect of shading of papers. Immediately you do your objective, you await your result for objective. Then theory, let us have our examiners or markers who will still be looking into that aspect. Let us have better security that will help us to manage or curb issue of this malpractices approach. So because malpractice and sorrow, it cannot be totally eradicated. We can only do human being no ni. So we cannot totally remove human.
No be just that one law. As everyone dey trust.
Tí wíyọ̀ dẹ̀ lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣe it's just that approach that one low for examination in Africa.
Let me now ask you. Are you telling me that because it is CBT, the teacher teaching the subject will not enter?
That is what
teaching the subject.
Their own is to bring in their own examiner. WAEC could bring in the examiner to supervise. Yes. In fact, they may go to the extent that they will not allow any school teacher to come into the examination hall. Then WAEC has their own supervisors, examiners
like JAMB
that will stay
the producers
and the technical experts.
The technical expert of each center. Definitely they must be there.
So those are those. So they don't really actually need
technical people. They are not human beings.
They are human beings. That's the reason why WAEC is paying their staff very well.
They are indeed.
So that they will not be easily influenced by money. And look at most,
why?
No matter how tight the security is, Nigerians, we always find a way to bring something out of it, no matter how tight it is. So I want to one we are so stubborn. So let us devise another means that will reduce the stubbornness. Not that it's taking away total stubbornness away from us, but I reduce in such a way that at least can you not always
ask you, what can you do to help our to help our child?
Is it?
I had received some calls during the week because I don't actually understand